Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Mamiya, and today we're going to be checking out a new game called Godbreakers. I have been having so much fun with this game. It is a pretty stellar action roguelike in a similar vein to, well, let's say Hades and Sworn. Although the way it works is a little bit different. Rather than god blessings, you get different pieces of armor that give you powerful passives. And today, we're just going to be going in with the base character, the base archetype that everyone will start with. So hopefully it can be sort of a little bit of an introductory / guide sort of thing to you guys. But yeah, before we get into that, we'll just quickly go over what this weapon does. So light attack, your primary attack, you do a little bit of a combo. Secondary attack, big old heavy hit. You can charge it up to do an even bigger hit. You got some air attacks you can do while jumping, dash attacks, and then most importantly you've got a weapon ability which you can see in the bottom right hand side of the screen. It's what says L2, and this weapon's ability is a crazy multi-hitting attack. Alright, so we've gone through the weapon. The other thing you'll see on this screen, bottom left, they are essentially your health potions. They'll restore a certain amount of health when you use them, and they take quite a bit to use, like a few seconds. It's not instant, so you have to be pretty, not precarious, but you've got to not be within like an enemy's AoE or anything when you do try and heal out of the enemy's way. To the right of that, the 1000 out of 1000 is your health bar, and you can see it has 10 little notches, each one representing 100 health. And then below that, we've got 3 little arrows. There, you're dashed. So we have 3 dash charges to start with. I think... Oh, I was going to say I think that's about it, but actually there's another ability that I cannot show you until we're actually in the game. It is what is in the very bottom right hand of the screen where it says 0%. That is your Godbreak ability. Now that recharges over time, I believe, and when you hit an enemy, and you can use it to what's called Godbreak an enemy. Godbreaking an enemy essentially instantly takes them out, and you absorb their ability, so it gives you a brand new ability depending on what enemy you Godbreak. Yeah, with all that being said, should we just get stuck into a run? Let's see what we can get going. Okay, so we got the world select screen here. These are the stages. You get a choice between 2 in the first 2 stages. For now, we'll do Marek. I do like but there's a quest I want to complete for Marek, so we're going to be looking at killing enemies when empowered here. Stage 1. We've got...
So you two are sharing feelings and braiding each other's hair now? When your little scream therapy is over, you better get back into the fight. The real fight.
Okay.
Against the monad. Remember?
Alright, calm down. Bloody hell. We get a choice of 3 different equipments here. Equipments are basically another activated ability that has their own cooldown. I prefer picking something up that you throw and aim, so I don't find the 3 meter AoE that equipment like Fiery Temper does is particularly good. You got to be like right up close for enemies. And especially in boss fights, that is a little bit hard to do. But yeah, Fiery Temper here, when activated, applies burning to all enemies within 3 meters. And burning is a dot that deals damage every 0.5 seconds and has a chance to spread to a nearby target. So pretty good AoE dot. We have Entropic Aura. When activated, apply decay to all enemies within 3 meters. But both of these have a cooldown of 10 seconds. And decay is a dot that deals damage every second. Then we've got Noxious Orb. Activate to aim, then throw an orb that releases poison on impact. And poison is another dot that deals damage every second and reduces damage dealt by 15%. So it's like an upgrade of decay. And this is the only equipment we have that says activate to aim and throw an orb. So I'm going to be picking that up. And I would recommend to anyone that's starting out, pick up one of those equipments that create an orb. Look, I'll show you it right now. Hang on. There we go. They are poisoned, so they'll be taking ticking damage every second. And what do we get here? Prismatic increases source light generation by 2. Source light is a resource gained from fighting enemies. You need to get source light to 100% in order to god break enemies and steal their powers. So if we want to do more god breaking, we'd pick this up. Necrotic Wounds gives attacks a 2% chance to apply decay on hit. And we get Toxic Tendencies. Attacks have a 2% chance to apply poison on hit. So all these essences are basically just passive upgrades. Since, I mean, we do already have Necrotic Wounds. We've got 1 stack of it, so it's a 1% chance to apply decay on hit. But we've got a poison equipment, so I think let's try doing some poison shenanigans. And we have a chest here that gives healing. But we're at full health, so it did nothing. Ooh, let me just bring the sound down just a smidge. Did that work? Yeah, I think it did. Yeah. Alright. Perfect. Ooh, we got hit there. Nasty. Just dodge around enemies. These fist guys have pretty slow attacks, but when they do hit you, oh, they deal damage. You see how we god broke there? That was pressing triangle. You automatically like fly into the enemy, and then make them explode. That's what god breaking is. You'll see it more as we get through the game. Just want to make sure we're not missing any chests or anything. Nope. Let's get on them. Try and get both enemies in that poison. Lovely. Alright, that guy could god break. Boom. That was the fist guy's power, by the way. You do a charging, like, smack that stuns enemies and deals a ton of damage. Watch out for the laser beams. I like to... Oh, okay, he took himself out. I was going to say I like to go for those guys first, because not only is their ability that you can get super strong, but also they just provide an annoyance for like avoiding damage. We get as an option of our passives here, Band-Aid's Blessing, increase all healing received by 4%. Revenge, you gain an 8% chance to reflect, and reflect is return 50% of the damage taken back to the enemy and reduce the damage you receive by 50%. So pretty powerful, especially at 8% chance. Or we can get Heat Dispersal. Attacks have a 2% chance to apply burning on hit. We are sort of doing a dot build, so I'm thinking maybe we just try and get poison, decay, and burning. See how that goes. This here It's just a little bit of a lore dump.
At the end of conflict itself. At least your arrival gives me hope of witnessing one final fight. One last
Oh,
act
we are
of
already at the stage's mini-boss. This guy is basically a archetypal melee character doing slam attacks. He'll do a bit of a whirlwind, you know, all the good stuff. You basically just want to stay behind him as much as you can, because all of his attacks are frontal, I believe. Oh, I definitely want to take this guy out. Oh, one thing that I forgot to explain as well is if you see the different colours of enemies' health bars, this is more visible on the boss, but you see how there's a red part and then a slightly lighter red? Well, the lighter colour basically denotes how much health you need to take off the enemy before you can Godbreak them. I actually want to Godbreak this guy. Oh shit. Yes, we managed to Godbreak him. Nice. That means we get an extra powerful ability from him. Ooh, Permatox. Poison deals 100% more damage, but all of the dot damage is decreased by 20%. That seems pretty damn good. Critical Torment. Your crit deals an additional 15% damage for each dot on the target. Or Collective Punishment. Well, when you reflect an attack, all enemies within a 5-meter radius will get hit by the reflect. I mean, we're doing a dot build. How much do we care about other dots not dealing as much damage? I think overall this is going to massively increase our damage output. It is armor, which is denoted by the colour of the card. So if you look on the left, you see below the abilities, there is like different coloured slots. Well, they're all different pieces of armor you can equip. So you get arms, chest, hands, legs, and feet, being blue, green, yellow, orange, and pinky purple. This is essentially our god blessings or boons, you know, that you'd get from, say, a game like Hades or Sworn. But yeah, we'll go with Permatox here. Let's get that poison rolling. We'll see if we can absolutely melt people with our poison damage. Remember, it triggers every second, so as long as we're applying it, we don't need to be near enemies, especially bosses, because some bosses have really disgusting AoEs. Oh yeah, that ticking damage is kind of brutal. Alright, we are empowered. Empowered means we deal 50% more damage for the amount of time we're empowered, which I believe is 10 seconds, maybe. I don't 100% know that, but next time we see something that says empowered, we can have a look. Where's this guy going? We'll just bonk him with our Godbreak ability. Oh yeah, he's getting annihilated. I would have liked to chomper there, but we didn't have enough source light. One thing I've learned playing this game as well is that, especially with this weapon, you have to commit to a combo attack, and normally the amount of time it takes for you to do a combo attack, an enemy will be able to hit you with one of their regular attacks in that time. So what I like to do is like hit an enemy a couple of times, not do the combo attack, and then dodge away before they do one of their normal like bite attacks or something. And try and do a combo attack when I know an enemy's charging up like a big powerful move. Ooh, we got exploded there. Not very nice, but once again, poison doing work. Our equipment's really, really strong at the moment. thought I could get both of them in there with that poison. Did we get some more arms? I think we did. Let's just punch this guy and take him out. Oh no, shoulders. Performing a backstab gives you speed. So, backstab is pretty much what it says on the tin. Attacks in the enemy's rear deal more damage. And speed gives you a 50% movement speed increase. Hell yeah. Ooh, we're about to go against the boss. Let's see what we can get. What's the upgrade to this? Poison also applies vulnerable, but other dot damage is decreased by 60%. I mean, I do kind of want that. So vulnerable is a debuff that makes enemies take 25% more damage. I think with that in mind, we want to sell Devious Speed. I know we just got it. Speed is very, very strong, but we need the... By the way, another thing that I forgot to explain, in the bottom right-hand corner of the item or ability, it gives you a number. This is the shard number, so it's essentially the currency. It tells you how much it's worth to recycle. So yeah, 40 is the exact amount we need to be able to upgrade the Permatox. Let's go. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Cutting the video there. Had a knock at the door. But yeah, now our poison deals 200% more damage, but all of the dot damage is decreased by 60%. And our poison also applies vulnerable. Incredibly powerful. We don't have any other money, so let's just go to the boss. Bring it on. We're going to be heavily using our equipment here. This guy... Oh, we missed with our equipment. He's basically a wrestler. You want to, like, try and stay behind him if you can. And while he's doing this mad move, you just run around. He will occasionally backslam. Right, where's he coming down? Make sure we actually get him with the poison this time. Oh yeah, lovely. I think with our equipment, we can pretty much have permanent uptime on poison. Get our equipment poison in there. Alright, you don't want to hit him while he's doing this. Those punches on the ground will hurt you. I was a little bit too early there as well. Alright, we got our poison off. That's all we needed. Let's Godbreak this strong arm and go in for a big punch. Ginormous amount of damage there. Oof. We got hit for 50. Where'd he go? Ah, he's up in the air. Oh, just got that in there. Watch out for a swirling punch. And we are in his final phase where he starts going nuts. Makes fire everywhere. Yeah, we managed to get the poison off. Nice. Oof. Keep him running around. Alright, buddy. Oh no, we missed the poison that time. Right, he's going to punch the ground. Just avoid the ground AoEs. I'm pretty sure, although I'm not 100% sure, that with that move, he never hits the same spot twice. I've not played this game enough to actually confirm that yet. Oh yeah, we definitely want to Godbreak this strong arm, get a big punch on him. And get him out of the fire. There we go. Massive hit. We pretty much need to just let the poison do its work. Beautiful. That was boss number 1. done.
Hardened slabs of brass circuitry.
What do we get here?
Simulate fury and anger. Strike them with a mighty charge, and you release some of that synthetic rage. Plus,
We got
it makes
critical...
a noise.
Alright, dude, calm down. Critical Rush. Dash attacks have a 35% increased crit chance. This is amazing for a crit build. Swift action on ability activation. Ability activation is using a coil, weapon ability, absorbed ability, or equipment. Okay, we are doing heavy stuff with equipment. We get a 50% chance to get speed. And speed gives us a 50% movement increase, so that is quite huge. Or we could just get an extra dash. I mean, an extra dash is amazing. But I like the idea of getting speed. Let's do it. We're activating abilities all the time.
My gladiators, my misshapen lumpy sons. They at least act.
Let's go into the next area.
They have a war cry, even if it is just a bunch of hot.
Right. We can either go against... So, this is sort of like a poison zone. Which we are doing poison, but I don't believe that you get a higher chance of getting poison-related stuff going there. And this is sort of like a bullet hell kind of boss. Let's go to the poison zone. There's mechanics in this zone. Well, you get poisoned.
You are seriously in love with this? These creatures
When we see them, I'll shout it out. Here we go. These blue crystals here. If you hit them while poisoned, it provides you with a debuff cleanse. So it'll remove your poison. That's going to be essential when we get to the boss. Oh, nice God break there. And our poison is just tick, tick, ticking away. Amazing. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to sack some health here, absolutely. You got anything good for us? Increase source light generation by 2, explosion damage by 10%, or attacks have a 2% chance to apply vulnerable on hit. Let's increase our source light generation, I think. And I'm going to keep sacrificing more health. I'm going greedy. I want poison. We got... Attacks have a 2% chance to poison on hit, so this will bump it up. We're at 3% at the moment. So each one of these gives a 1% chance to apply poison, and when we pick up these two, we'll go up to 5. So that's 5% chance to apply poison on hit. Amazing. And I'm going to heal. Let's start this poison going. We got speed there. It doesn't last for very long, but my god, 50% speed is actually huge. You're gonna jump. Let's poison you. And that's that room done. I'm not entirely sure what they do that I just hit. Get the poison going straight away. Oh, they're the auto injectors. Right, okay, so we need to kill more enemies with the auto injector. Don't think there's any enemies over here. No. Right, we can move on up. Oh, that would be an amazing spot for poison. Yes, and it was. The chompers are down. I would like to God break one of these. There we go. Got him. Ooh, crit chance. Increase it by 2%. Electric touch. Attacks have 2% chance to trigger chain lightning. Chain lightning creates an electrical charge that jumps between targets 3 times and deals damage. Or we can increase our source light generation by 2. How much do we care about chain lightning? That's the thing. I don't think we care that much about it. Let's increase our source light generation even more. We want to be spamming these God break abilities if we can. They just deal so much damage. And we get a speed buff from them, so why not? Ooh, chomper there. Oh my god, we are absolutely annihilating these guys. Poison doing work. Nothing else in this area. Nope.
After all my labors, I had achieved nothing, cured nothing, just traded one illness for another.
Killed 4 out of 5 enemies with those injectors now. Let's just get that poison going on the chomper. Amazing. Right, we get some rare shoulders here. Your crit has 30% chance to give you strengthen. At the moment, we don't have any shoulders, so this is worth picking up. Strengthen increases your damage by 50%. But I think we only have a 4% crit chance. Yeah, base crit chance is 3, and then we have 1 crit chance passive. Let's just... So, we're probably not going to crit all too often. But that's fine. We'll probably be looking to get rid of those. Maybe get something a little bit better. Oh. I'm going to heal. We're about to go into the mini-boss for this zone. Let's get that poison ticking. You want to watch out for those slaps. He does big old AoEs here. But we can take advantage of his lack of movement by chucking out a poison on him. Oh, we are going hard on this guy. I kind of feel bad for him, to be honest. We managed to stun him. Our weapon ability, by the way, is ranged. It fires out kind of like, you know, Link's sword. When he has full health, fires out beams of light. It does the same thing. And we Godbreak the mini-boss. Ooh. Thirst. Epic legs increase leech healing by 1%. Leech restores max health. 1% of max health and has a 2-second cooldown. We have no leech at the moment. But, I mean, that would be pretty good. I know for a fact there's a bit of gear that makes your poison leech. So this would be incredible with that. We got Communal Coil. The healing from your coil is increased by 20%, and the additional healing is also shared with allies. Pretty good. Way better if you're in a party with friends. Then we've got Assured Agony. Gain 5% crit chance, and your crit applies a random dot to the target. Well, we only want poison being applied because our other dots do nothing, basically. So I think we take Thirst here. Even though we don't have any leech at the moment, we can look into getting some. To the next zone. Oh, that just gave me a buff. Okay. Let's get that poison going. Run around them. Oh, I could have Godbroke that enemy. Did not realise. We will absolutely Godbreak this guy, though. Let's punch him. Do a giant explosion. Get some poison going. And... take out the beamer. Oh, we can even Godbreak it. Lovely. Oh, some healing there. We can increase our max health with Fred count by 50. Manifestation increases the power of your absorbed ability by 20%. Pretty strong. Or expose vulnerability. Attacks have a 2% chance to apply vulnerable on hit. Vulnerable increases damage taken by 25%. I believe this affects poison. I think it just affects everything. So I kind of like exposed vulnerability. Let's pick it up. 2% chance is not a lot. We're going to save this chest for healing in case we need it before we fight the big boss of the level. Let's just try and line some guys up for a big beam. We got a couple of them. Oh, we're getting so many god breaks. It's actually kind of glorious. Alright, nice and easy room there. Always on the lookout for chests. We may do some backtracking. It depends if I need the healing or not. Okay, we need the healing now. Get some spitting action going. Get those poisons out. Make sure we avoid the spikes. Now we can just god break these guys. And we completed the quest as well. Amazing. We got another exposed vulnerability from that enemy. Beautiful. Increases the chances of us flying vulnerable to enemies. Right, we got a new quest to cleanse poison. So that will probably happen in the boss fight. Whether or not we'll be able to finish that quest in one run, I don't know. A nice amount of god breaking. A chest. Give me something good. Necrotic wounds. Oh, that is a bit rough. But we can sell it for 5. Oh, amazing. Gain an extra coil here. That's an extra health potion. If we're lucky... Oh, we're not lucky. I was going to say, if we're lucky, we could have refilled all our potions as well.
Ultimately, to replace
right.
You, I'm not so sure we really solved anything.
Upgrading Thirst here increases the leech healing by 3%, and we automatically refill our health to max when killing a mini-boss. That is useful. But we need 120. I think we can probably sell these strength shoulders. We're not really doing crits. Yeah, let's recycle. Just see what's in the shop. I'm actually going to re-roll the shop here. Oh, hello, what's this? Your attacks have a 5% chance to apply burning. Enemies that die with burning. This gets rid of our poison. Yeah, epic arms as well. That is brutal. Maybe we re-roll again. Ooh, hello. Your attacks have a 5% chance to create a random sentinel. A sentinel created by you has a 10% chance to double its lifetime. I mean, we don't have a chest. But how good is that? I don't think it's particularly good with what we've got going on. Gravity well, when you god break, enemies within a 5-meter radius are pulled towards you. We could potentially set up a god break into a poison throw with our equipment. But I think I just want to upgrade Thirst, to be honest. Let's upgrade it. And then, do you know what I'm actually going to do as well? Let's sell both of these burning passives, so we no longer have a chance to apply burning, but we can buy a health potion for 40. Up to 3 out of 4 on our health potions as we go into boss number 2.
Only a single string still vibrates in me. The string of pain. If you can find it, don't be afraid to pluck it.
Oh, dude. We immediately got speed there. You gotta love that. This guy does some beefy AoEs, so we gotta be on our toes. But thankfully, he's a giant target, so all of these poison equipment throws shouldn't be too hard for us. Ooh, it's created mines down, yeah. It shouldn't be hard for us to dodge. There's one particular move, here we go, that I hate. Oh, he only jumped once. Maybe it depends what phase he's in, how many times he jumps. I think it might. So with him going into phase 2 now, you can tell the phases by on the health bar there's little white notches. Usually they're like when after an enemy's taken 30% of their health as damage. It'll trigger. It just means that they have new moves, stronger moves, or their moves have like upgraded cycles of what they do, more hits, etc. But yeah, you want to stay behind this guy, and when he jumps in the air, get a little bit of space between you and him so you can jump up and dodge his little poison AoEs. They do poison you, so if you get hit by one of them, you're going to want to go to one of the blue crystals and cleanse yourself. Ooh, nasty. Keep that poison a-ticking. Oh, I thought we were going to get hit there. Luckily, we had enough time to dash outside of the range of that AoE. Oh, he's going for it, isn't it? Bloody hell. Oh, there we go. You see, I got hit then. You see how I'm poisoned. Right, we just got to get cleansed there. I've got to do that 5 times for the mission. Get that poison stacked on him. Get out of the way while he does a big AoE. Get that poison on him again. He's vulnerable. Amazing. Almost got him. Oh, will the poison finish him off? The poison finished him off. Amazing. What we got here? Critical vulnerability. Your crit applies vulnerable to the target. We're not really critting. Bewildering performance. On ability activation, you apply a random debuff to enemies within 5 meters. I mean, I do like that. And then we get another equipment. Ur's Blessing. Activate to summon one of Ur's tentacles. This will damage and slow enemies. Slow reduces their movement speed by 50%. Yeah, we are doing a lot of ability activations, so applying debuffs to enemies. Debuffs are negative stats effects. I think dots count as debuffs, but I could be wrong. Let's equip it. And
You can't let this world
we'll move in to the third zone.
way to cleanse yourself of all the filth.
They're probably my favorite zone here.
Are you queuing up for a ride in this twisted amusement park?
Strike enemies with a maximum height advantage.
Just make sure your arms and legs are inside a safe zone. And hang on.
Not entirely sure what that means. That's why I've got 0 out of, what was it, like 7? Blasted you. We're going to blast you. Get you poisoned. These enemies create totems that buff all surrounding enemies. Ah, okay. Oh, we have decay. That is a dot. I don't know how you cleanse that. And there, that ability gave us a nice little speed buff. I'd love a chomper though. Chomps deal a lot of damage. You're a healer. Okay, let's get healing. Oh, that was an amazing little bit of healing there. What do we got? 20 dust. This will give us some at random. Crit damage increased by 8%. Healing received by 4%. Or expose vulnerability. Attacks have a 2% chance to apply vulnerable on hit. Yeah, let's get more vulnerability. It bumps us up to 5% chance to apply vulnerable on hit. And we got enemies over here. I do want to poison you, if possible. Ooh, I think that was a giant hit we just took there. I was a little bit late on dodging. But we'll do a huge explosion. Ah, I wish I could have taken... Is that guy a rejuvenator as well? He is. Nice. We should be able to Godbreak him and take his healing ability. So hard to hit him though. Ooh, almost killed him.
I was made a jester in the Monarch's court.
You know what? Let's just do the healing now. There's no point in waiting.
And ears to hear, but nothing worth attending to. I conjured my own world around me.
We are applying a lot of debuffs, I've just realised. Of a spitter. Although a little bit hard to hit these guys. There we go, we got poison on them both. That's a suppressor, okay. I think the suppressor slows enemies with their Godbreak ability. Let's just chomp away. We get necrotic wounds. That is adding more decay. Which is fine. It's just gonna basically do no damage. Oh, that's a lot of enemies hit there. They got speed. Ah, the accelerator, there we go. And now we got a slowing laser beam. Managed to stun the accelerator there. More beams. Blast them, stun them. Hopefully get them in... Oh, they're so hard to hit with that poison. Jumping out. Make it a little bit easier for me to hit you there, dude. Come on. Yes, we got the poison going. That accelerator should be toast. He is indeed. Oh, that guy was a healer. That was my bad there. Actually, can we keep... No, the poison's going to take him out. I was going to say, can we keep him alive to sort of farm him to get his ability so we can heal off it? But we got another toxic tendency there. That's more poison. Ooh, mini boss time. We just missed him there. Right, we got the poison going. Is he going to do his move? Yeah. When he does this move, you just want to break line of sight because he attaches a laser beam to you, and if that laser beam hits you when it's fully charged, it does an incredible amount of damage to you. Then you just want to, well, avoid his attacks and AoEs, as simple as that, really. That's the main mechanic from this boss. He will start spawning guys. There we go. Laser beam. Hide around the corner from him. Managed to get the poison off. Nice. Great for us. We've got speed. Don't move away. Nice. The poison's out. He's got ads spawning. Healers. Ooh, that is not good. Okay. It could be good for us. Also, now he's got ads out. His laser beams buff enemies. A little bit rough. We actually managed to get a healer. Awesome. Give me that health. That's going to be so useful. I do want to take out the ads if I can, though. Ooh. Big old hit from an ad there. Got a beamer. Let's stun him. Bro, oh, he just got out of the way of our teleport. No, not of our teleport, of our attack. One more hit, and we god broke him. Beautiful. Right, we get new armor. Shoulders. Barrier Sentinel. Killing an enemy has a 5% chance to spawn a Sentinel that gives barrier for 2 seconds to you and all allies within 3.5 meters. Cooldown 2 seconds. Sentinels are friendly support constructs with a limited lifespan, and barrier negates 100% of the next attack, and it lasts 5 seconds. Or we got Morphic Infusion. Epic Shoulders. Ability activation has a 35% chance to give you a random absorbed ability. Now, I know for a fact that this is probably, in my opinion, the most powerful piece of armor in the game, especially when you upgrade it, because it upgrades from a 35% chance to a 50% chance. It lets you chain absorbed abilities, and absorbed abilities do an insane amount of damage. So it's hard to say no to that, and we definitely don't want to get rid of our Noxious Orb to do decay. Yeah, let's get it. Morphic Infusion. Amazing. You see how we're just getting loads of abilities there. Got empowered. Fantastic. I'm just firing off our abilities whenever we can. Oh no. Missed the jump. Might as well pop it. Get broken. Where are the chests? I feel like there's been a distinct lack of chests in this zone. Refill health flasks. Let's use it. Nice, we're all the way up to 4 health flasks. Oh, and we get our first trial. Now, I have to admit, I'm not the best at these, but they're a lot of fun. They're basically time trials where you got to dash and jump through obstacles, and if you do it in a certain amount of time, you get rewards. So here we go. The gold result, which I have never gotten before, gives you health essences and a fragment selector, but you got to beat this stage in 45 seconds. The silver result gives you health essence and a fragment, but you got to beat it in 1 minute 10 seconds. So you get a lot more time for silver, and then bronze just gives you health and essences. Let's go. If you get hit by one of the little purple blocks, you get sent back to the last checkpoint. So you really want to be avoiding all of the purple zones. If we see any red zones just hurt you. Oh, no. This is my version of hell. Alright, we made it. Did we do it on gold? Oh, we got it in gold. Incredible.
Now that is a rare thing indeed.
Choices for equipment are the Abhorrent Trail. Common feat, your dash leaves a trail that deals damage to enemies and lasts for 3 seconds. We would have to get rid of the speed chance on ability activation. Now, with what we've got going on, ability activating triggers are much, much, much better than leaving a damaging trail, so we won't be picking that. Oh, but we got what I was talking about. Vampiric Poison. Poison damage has a 5% chance to trigger Leech. For you and allies within 5 meters, increase the chance by 1% per Band-Aid's Blessing. We only have 1 Band-Aid Blessing at the moment, so it's only a 6% chance, but it's a lot of healing. Leech makes us restore 3% max health. Actually, is it 4% max health? Every time it's triggered. Yeah. That's just, it's too good. It's crazy. We're going to recycle what we had so we get a little bit of money. We're going to be looking at upgrading that as well, if we can, before the boss. Poison. Just mutilating guys completely. Enjoy the poison, my dude. Oh man, I just realized we're going to need so much money. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upgrade the poison, because we're going to want to be upgrading our ability activation to make it so it's 50% chance to trigger. These guys are so hard to hit. Let's make all these dudes vulnerable. Oh, is he going to explode? Yeah. Oh, just out the range of our poison there. Oh. We got him. Got him with a punch. Oh, I was sure we were going to take damage there. We got speed and a slow. Ooh, that's a heal. Notice how we're just spamming abilities. It gets a lot sillier. Oh, man. Godbreaker Explosion applies poison. Would be incredible if we didn't have Morphic Infusion. Morphic Infusion is way, 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 way better. So let's recycle that. And we just want as much poison as possible. So yes, please, more toxic tendencies. Attacks have a 2% chance to apply poison on hit. This will increase our chance to poison up to 8%. So we should be poisoning a lot now. Have I gone back on myself? I don't think so. Oh, it's boss time.
Something in humans that defied measure
Ooh.
and quantification. That was the reason you were destroyed. No hard feelings, I hope.
What is the upgrade for the leech? Oh no, for vampiric poison. It just increases the range of the leech, so that's irrelevant for us. And then increase the chance of leech up to 4%. Band-Aid's Blessing. Nah, there's way too much power in Morphic Infusion. Getting a 50% chance to give you a random absorbed ability is ridiculously strong. Do we want to get rid of anything? That's the question. So we could get rid of necrotic wounds and the heat dispersal for our decay and burning on hit. We've got 4 of them, so that would give us 20. Which means, oh, we have full health potions. So is there anything actually worth getting? Not really. Let's reroll. I think this is the last shot. Ooh, what's Doom? Doom increases damage taken by 1% for each stack. Yeah, that Doom is a really strong buff. We're going to reroll. That's Permatox. We have that, but our version's better. Refreshing Discharge. Performing a God Break gives you a random buff. I mean, Band-Aid's Blessing is good. It gives us more leech. Do you know what? I think we get rid of our burning and decay chances to get more healing and leech chance. So we have a 10% chance to trigger leech now. 5% from Band-Aid's Blessing and 5% base from Vampiric Poison. Yeah, incredible. Okay. So we should be potentially healing almost constantly.
This time, to make it more interesting, let's all just close our eyes and flail around.
I'm not even sure it has any eyes.
Being absolute psycho bosses. You gotta love it. Don't teleport away. Beautiful. Were they healing or were we healing then? I couldn't actually tell. Ooh, it's Tetris time. So when they spawn adds, you'll see in a second, like Tetris blocks will appear. Here we go. You just got to jump over them or avoid them to avoid taking damage. Bosses are back. Oh, they avoided my poison. Nasty. Get out of that AoE. Try and get our own poison going. Oh, we missed again. We took damage to get a heal there. Okay. There's some nasty poison on the enemy anyway. We can get strengthened here. We should. Could only get a couple of attacks off there. That's fine. One of the bosses is poisoned. The other is poisoned. Keep blasting away. They're going to do the Tetris now and get ready for adds. And I just want to spam my Godbreak abilities, in all honesty. Ooh, I disagree, game. I don't think that should have hit me there. Not at all. Watch out. Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get more Tetris, but we didn't. Poison on the boss. Chuck out another poison. There we go. Lovely. Also, a mechanic with these bosses that I forgot to mention is you sort of want to take them out at similar times, because if one gets taken out before the other, then they get empowered. The other one gets empowered, so yeah. Let's get some mines down that do a ginormous amount of damage. Doing my best to focus on the one with most health here. Just so we can almost take them out at the same time. You've not got much health left. And you're down. Amazing. We ended that fight with full health. Incredible. Okay, I don't know if we're actually going to want any of these. They're all feat. So we'll read them nonetheless. Sentinel Strike, rare feat. When dealing direct damage, you have 5% chance to spawn a Sentinel that deals ranged damage. We're not really doing a Sentinel build. I will at some point, but not today. Mirage Walk increases dash speed by 100% and dash distance by 25%. In addition, lets you phase through enemies. An incredibly powerful ability, defensive ability. And then Shared Afflictions. Killing an enemy has a 50% chance to apply a random debuff to enemies. Now, if this wasn't random, if it was just poison, I would probably take it. Though it is really hard to give up the leech. The leech is doing so much work. Yeah. I think they're all rare, so it doesn't matter which one we pick. We'll just recycle the 60 coins.
Falling is not really that exciting. Unless it's from a great height.
And let's go.
In the skies, and then come crashing down.
Into the final zone. A monad. We got full resources, full potions, full health.
By scraping the world clean of all organics, the machine would be able to operate with
Missing health
precision.
increases your damage up to 20%. Pretty reasonable. However, there is a toxic tendencies there to give us an extra 4% chance to apply poison on hit. That bumps it up to 12% chance, yeah. I think that's well worth taking. We have no rerolls left, so we can't do anything. We've got full coils. Can we get enough to upgrade anything? I don't think we can. It'll cost too many resources, so...
Astafane is, well, Merrick is your skeletal muscular system.
Right.
Granting strength.
Before we go into the boss,
And
I'm going to just do a quick rundown of the build we've got going. There will be chapters in the video, so if you want to skip this, then feel free, because moving into that square will make us fight the final boss. And when you beat it, I don't believe you get a screen that tells you your build, so let's quickly go through it. So we've got the base weapon, there are healing potions. Our equipment is Noxious Orb. Activate to aim and then throw an orb that releases poison on impact. We got the base weapon ability, just a slash storm that unleashes a series of slashes that travel 8 meters, damaging and piercing all targets. Great applicator of poison. We have Morphic Infusion, our shoulders. Ability activation has 50% chance to give you a random absorbed ability, so we can spam abilities with this. Bewildering Performance, on ability activation you apply a random debuff to enemies. These two synergize so well with each other. Permatox, poison deals 200% more damage, but all other dots damage is decreased by 60%. And poison also applies Vulnerable. Vulnerable makes enemies take 25% more damage. Then we got our legs that have Thirst, increase leech healing by 3%. And Victory Feast, you will automatically refill your health to max when killing a mini-boss. Then we've got Vampiric Poison. Poison damages 5% chance to trigger leech for you and allies within 5 meters. Increase the chance by 1% per Band-Aid's Blessing. And our Band-Aid's Blessing here increases all healing received by 10%. Then we've got Toxic Tendencies. We've got 12 of them to make attacks have a 12% chance to apply poison on hit. We've got Exposed Vulnerability. Honestly, this is pointless because, well, it's pointless now that our poison applies Vulnerable, but it was useful before. As I say, Vulnerable increases damage taken by 25%. And then everything else we have isn't really that relevant. Maybe source light generation is semi-relevant, just because it lets us get to that God break a little bit quicker. Having 12% movement speed is really nice. And then if we could get more manifestations, I would. Increase the power of your absorbed ability by 10%. That's for each one of those. So as you can imagine, you can start getting silly with absorbed abilities. But for now, let's go to the boss.
You must have felt me coming, even in ancient times. Why else would
Steady on there, lad.
for my arrival, if I were not
We've only just met.
the awaited savior?
Get a poison going. Ooh, that was a bit greedy. This guy basically has the moves of every boss. At the moment, he is doing the poison boss's moves. No, it's a boss we've not seen. Well, I've seen, but in this run, we didn't go against that boss. Let's bite him. Our leech is crazy. Healing for 44. Oh, get out of them big AoEs. Now that is a boss that we saw. That was the slime boss, the little slug dude. When he does this move, the AoE slowly builds up, and you basically just want to get in the protective bubble. No, he moved out of the way. Okay. Ooh. Didn't manage to avoid that AoE though. Get some hits off. He's still poisoned, amazingly. There we go. Keep that poison ticking away. And he's doing Tetris. Bloody Tetris. We just punch him. Ooh. We got another ability. Oh yeah, that was a bit dangerous there. Using a absorbed ability when the boss was doing a big old AoE. Oh, at least we got the poison off. I feel fine about that. We made him slow and vulnerable. Amazing. Oh, we missed with that poison there. Oh, where's the ball? Where's the ball? There we go. Get in your little protective dome. I'm going to blast him. Oh, he's done it again. Yeah, he starts doing that more and more the later the phases get. So don't just automatically assume, oh, he's done it once, I can freely move around. You want to keep an eye out for the next little bubble that he puts down. Let's just punch all these guys, and again, why not? Get out of those disgusting AoEs. I really want that strong arm though. Okay. Oh. We got him poisoned. Ooh, and that's another heal. Fantastic. We're just spamming abilities here. Get rid of the ads. We got the poison off. Keep on moving. We can blast him a bit, slow him. Just jump over all of the waves that he's putting out. And get that poison up on him again. Or we can get a speed buff from our absorbed ability there. Oh, and even a little bit of healing. So, for this bit of the boss, what I found is sort of the best thing to do. If he does it again, I can explain it more, but the AoEs are sort of like they go round in a circle. So if you stand on the edge of the AoE, oh my god, I got lucky with that Tetris there, dodging that. Yeah, if you stand on the edge of the AoE and move to where the AoE just exploded, it's an easy way to avoid some of that damage. You can sort of like flick between being inside and outside of the AoE, or where the AoE previously was. Right, you should do this 3 times because we're on the final phase. Each time, the charge up time is quicker. Get that poison. Beautiful. I want a different ability, as much as I like healing. Jump him. Please don't teleport away. Okay, nice. We just got him. Focus on the ads for a little bit. Make sure we get laser beams to hit as many enemies as we can. Get that poison on an absolute metric ton of enemies. We should be getting a lot of chances to trigger leech there. We're still at full health, even though we've been hit quite a few times, but our healing is just that good. Alright, last one. In honor of the run, let's let the poison take him out. See you later, man. Good fight. Say in honor of the run, I mean in honor of the build. Yeah, and there's not much left to do here, except touch the core and finish the run.
Now, let's see if you truly are a human. Touch the core. I guess not.
$99,000 damage dealt there. 44 God breaks. Oh, we can go over... Oh, my bad, guys. Okay. I didn't realize you could go over the build at the end of the run. In the next videos, I'll be doing that rather than doing it just before the boss fight. Okay, we got 175 kills. 3,925 damage taken. Bear in mind, my max health was, what, like 1,000? So we took nearly 4 times our total health bar in damage. Whew, 3 flasks used as well. Alright, everyone, well, that is going to be it for today's video, but thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked what you see, then don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the usual jazz. And yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.